The housing sector plays a more critical role in the country's welfare than is always recognized, as it directly affects not only the well-being of the citizenry, but also the performance of other sectors of the economy. Rather than climbing the housing ladder, too many Nigerians are just falling off the cliff as home ownership rates are low. The focus on affordable housing by the Nigerian government, as well as private players, needs to increase as population growth and urbanization does not seem to be slowing down. Access to more affordable loans for all Nigerians, as well as the lower cost of construction, would enable more Nigerians own homes, which would improve their quality of life. This is housing development, where we advocate for the provision of low-cost housing for Nigerians. As always, I am your housing diva, Flora Anne. The news making rounds in the sector is up next.
Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, Minister of Works and Housing, has asked the business sector to take the lead in reviving the country's maintenance culture. According to the minister, the private sector accounts for the majority of buildings and infrastructure in Nigeria. He made this known at the 25th anniversary of the International Facility Management Association IFMA Nigeria Chapters Lagos, which coincided with World Facility Management Day, on the theme Leading a Sustainable Future. President of IFMA Nigeria, Mr. Segun Adebayo, further applauded the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, led by Mr. Babatunde Fashola, for securing the enactment and implementation of Executive Order 11 on national public building maintenance. According to him, the effort has restored professional optimism to the country's Murod facilities and expanded infrastructure, as these has revitalized the maintenance culture in the country. The Edo State government has launched Operation Plan Edo, a project aimed at recertifying building plans and gathering information on the socio-economic requirements of communities in Benin. According to Ishoke Omo, the Commissioner for Physical Planning, Urban and Regional Development, the initiative is set to begin in Ugbo community of Benin City as an operation of showcasing building plan. Ishoke noted that the initiative will allow government to understand the services and infrastructure the people require as various ministries, including education, roads and bridges, health, and power will be involved. She, however, urged local governments to work with ministry authorities and submit vital information to assist design the state in accordance with its 30-year master plan. Despite the harmful impact of persons operating under bridges around the state, which prompted the government to give inhabitants a quick notice instructing them to depart the locations at various times, the directives have been frequently disobeyed. As a result, there are concerns that the federal and state government's new eviction orders will not be followed. Following the recent fire that destroyed the Apongbo section of the Eko Bridge in Lagos State, the new directives were given while the extent of the damage is unknown. Traders have lost significant sums in terms of products and property damaged. The Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, due to various flouting of orders, has delivered another ultimatum of 30 days to traders and illegal occupiers to leave all bridges across the state, adding that those who do not quit will face forcible eviction, lamenting the damaging impact of illegal mechanics and traders on the bridges.
For more housing news updates, visit www.africanhousingnews.com. Despite the many bottlenecks faced by mortgage operators in Nigeria, Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank has announced a total asset of 16.19 billion naira for the year 2021 during the 16th annual general meeting held in Abuja. Housing development correspondent covered the AGM.
The Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC ITMB has announced a total assets of 16.19 billion naira for the year 2021, representing an increase of 22% over 13.34 billion naira reported in 2020. This was made known during the 16th Annual General Meeting AGM of the bank held at its headquarters in Abuja, with shareholders joining through virtual platforms. According to the chairman of the board of directors, Adeyinka Bibilari, the company's solid balance sheet, disciplined governance and risk management approach will create an efficient positioning for significant growth in 2022.
The bank has done reasonably well. Your bank has grown in large and in bounds, because you can see from what we discussed that the mortgage assets in just 1 year grew from 7 billion to over 10 billion for mortgages alone. It means we created over 3 billion worth of mortgage assets. The meaning of that is that over 3 billion houses, over 3 billion naira worth of houses were given out as mortgage by this bank in 12 months. And we are hoping that more will be done in the coming year. That is a big growth for a mortgage bank.
Speaking at the event, ITMB Managing Director Mr. Sunday Olumorin assured that the bank would be ahead of changing trends to deliver values to all stakeholders, adding that the bank would focus on entrenching the suitable structures and creating an agile and solution-driven team who are capable of driving the vision of the bank.
Our turnover increased from 1.3 billion in 2020 to 1.7 billion in 2021. That's a growth rate of 34%. So our profit before tax increased from 456 million to 686 million. That's a growth rate of about 41%. Our total asset increased from 13 billion to 16 billion. So the bank is really doing very, very well. It has performed wonderfully well. And if you compare it to what is happening in the mortgage banking sector, of course, we are on top.
Mr. Patrick Ajudwa, a shareholder of ITMB, lauded the board and management for its sterling performance in the last 16 years, despite the challenging business environment.
They have been doing extremely very well in the past 16 years. And not only that, they have been doing well in their sector. Consistent dividend payment for over 14 years. I think it's something that we need to celebrate, and we have celebrated them today.
With a robust financial year report in 2021 and with the level of development recorded in the previous years, ITMB is set to becoming a full-fledged bank in no distant time if the current momentum is sustained.
Welcome back. For some weeks now, major cities in Nigeria are experiencing rainfall. Abuja, the country's seat of power, is not an exception. Housing development saw the reactions of Abuja residents on the state of the environment where they live when it rains. Have a look.
Most of the streets in Apuri settlements are flood-free per se, but if you get to the market area, the drainages are blocked, and with what I see coming, it's going to be a problem when it starts raining properly this year, because you have a lot of dirt inside the drainage right now, and if nothing is done about it, I think it will be a problem in time to come.
Precisely, I live in Waru community, and during rainy season it's usually not pleasant because we don't have tarred roads and there's usually flooding on the roads. So coming out to go to work, to go for your other businesses is difficult, because when it rains heavy like this in the morning, for you to even get tricycle is a whole lot. It's very stressful because they won't come out to work. Going inside is difficult. They'll always stand by the roadside, the main roadside. So you must come out first. You don't have a choice than to use a bike to come out if you're not mobile. So it's really a big challenge because the roads are bad.
During rainy season, there are some floods in some areas, like the where I'm living at Chimes Estate. There are some areas that are not okay. There are some areas that are okay. So during the rainy season, sometimes there are some floods around, big floods that needed attention to come and take care of.
In the rainy period, we already have challenges around the express, which is that trademark houses. But aside from that, we don't have any challenge. The flood actually is not as the drainage is not as wide as it's supposed to be. So, but then I think most of the developers around there are actually working to fix up things like that. So at least they are actually trying to control it. Circuity is normally cozy when it rains, and we don't have any issue about flooding. But the only thing is that sometimes, because the gutter, sometimes the drainage is somehow filled up, and you have to, sometimes you just begin to perceive some smells that is not very, very pleasant. I actually stay in Permanent Garden Estates, and before I moved to where I am now, where I used to stay, the boys' quarter, during rainy season, my generator got drained in the rain. So the area itself, I think government needs to also pay attention to developers, because they will just build estate for people to inhabit, but the drainage are usually very bad.
I stay in Apoduse, Keriki. When rain fall, we do have challenge. The road, the erosion, we do have a good road. And it's affecting us, and we don't like it. But I don't know if government can come to our aid to work on the road for us. It will be better for us, because when we are living in a town, we have to be, to look like a town. When we have a bad road in the village and come to town, we have to live the same thing. It's not encouraged.
I say our life camp, Kado to be exact. It's very bad in the area, actually. Actually, anytime it rains like this, everywhere is always muddy. So it's very sad, because most time we usually wear trousers, long trousers. Before you get to where you're going, it's already messy.
I stay at Jikoi, phase 2 to be precise. And there is this area that is after the CBN junction. That is around that government secondary school. In fact, there is even a signboard there that area is a flood area. And the situation there is, when there is rainfall, in fact, it's a no-go area for motorists. And you just have to divert and then maybe bypass. The situation there is somehow.
Okay, I stay at Life Camp. Anytime the rain fall, the weather is calm, because Life Camp is full of trees, the tall trees, and there's nothing like flooding.
The program is housing development. Voices on the street there. The national president of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Town Planner Toyin Ayinde, has said there has to be adequate compliance to planning processes to curb flooding. Take a listen.
With the heavy rains in some parts of Nigeria, there is the need to examine the major causes of flood, its ripple effects, and in most cases, building collapse in major cities as most structures are erected on waterways. Utmost attention is required to address the possible solutions to control further building collapse, yielding to loss of lives and properties. The role of physical planning cannot be overemphasized, as experts have revealed these roles, noting that the government needs to ensure adequate monitoring, adherence and compliance to lay down structural planning, as non-adherence would lead to illegal structures obstructing drainages leading to flooding. The national president of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Toyin Ayinde, during an interview with Housing Development Crew, noted the Gari site and building collapse, which were due to flooding as a result of structures built on drainages, and in cases of heavy downpour, flood is inevitable.
When we plan our settlements, what a good plan first does is to do a sieving. They call it a sieving. You develop a sieve map that shows you areas that are not developable. And part of those areas not developable are the areas where the surface drainages run, where you have rivers. So you can't plan to build a house on a river course or the course of a stream. And then when you plan your human settlement, there are also setbacks that you are supposed to observe to all of these things, because during the rains, those rivers may swell their banks and overflow beyond the normal pathway that they have. And it is for that reason that planning is necessary. So anytime you experience flooding because rain falls, it's a signpost that planning has not been given attention.
According to Ayinde, with major cities well geographically mapped and planned, government need to have a strong model for physical development where corporate organizations can handle construction instead of individual construction, as this would prevent amateurs from purchasing standard equipment or unnecessary management of building materials, which could result to disaster and in most cases building collapse.
Oftentimes our cities, our villages, our towns do not have plans. Plans don't evolve themselves. Plans are prepared, and it is only those who have the reins of power, who are in leadership, who control the resources, that have that capacity to fund the preparation of plans and then to to implement those plans that are prepared. And where we have that gap, we'll get the results we're having now.
He, however, stressed the importance of proper adequate funding for professionals in the built environment to ensure enforcement, noting that if the government own up to proper and efficient governance, then professional bodies or developers who eventually default in duties and responsibilities can be prosecuted, as this will serve as a deterrent to defaulters in a way.
What is the name of my grandson?
Suleiman.
That's a good name. May the Almighty preserve him.
Amen.
Now that your family is growing, this is the time for you to start thinking of a house of your own.
Abba, the thought of this has always been on my mind. To build a house now, you need a lot of money, and that is what is holding me back.
Sonny, what you need is a mortgage. NHF mortgage loan. With NHF mortgage loan, you own a house upfront and pay gradually over a long period of time.
Abba, I will go to the FMBN office right away.
Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Town planner Toyin Ayinde, the national president, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. Urban shelter residences, a fully residential development located in Dawaki in the Federal Capital Territory, is up next.
Hi, my name is Ali Unurain. You are welcome to Urban Shelter Residents Dawaki. Come along.
For over 30 years in the real estate market, Urban Shelter Limited has garnered her experience and recently constructing distinctive sets of homes in Dawaki, where quality, serenity, innovation and technology meet. These set of homes constructed in the Urban Shelter Residences Dawaki is sitting on 3.5 hectares of land with a total of 93 units of 5 different types of houses, 5 bedrooms detached, 4 bedrooms semi-detached, 5 bedroom townhouses, 4 bedroom townhouses and 3 bedroom townhouses. In an interview with the project manager, Aliyu Nurain, he quantified what the project entails, adding that the architectural designs makes it a masterpiece with easy accessibility to other infrastructures.
This is a fully residential development. We have fully detached 4 bedrooms. We have fully detached 5 bedrooms. We have semi-detached, and we have terrace buildings, as you all have it. And the terrace buildings are one of its kind in Abuja, and in fact in real estate development, because we have mixed terraces. We have the 5 bedroom, we have the 4 bedroom, we have the 3 bedroom, we have the 4 bedroom inner piece, and we have a 4 bedroom corner piece. We have some infrastructural facilities. We have a centralized sewage system. We have centralized power system with a backup 500 vacate generator. We have water, both supply from the water board, and we have 2 backup industrial boreholes. And we have a very big playground, and we have tied asphaltic road for access. The location is very strategic.
because here we are right now is just 10 minutes to the central area, and we're just directly opposite Gwarimpa. And even here in the locality of Dawaki, we have a lot of worship centers around. We have a lot of plazas around, a lot of shopping malls around, just within walking distance. We have eateries around within walking distance, and just name it. Anything you want is at your fingertips.
He further elaborated on how persons would subscribe to the urban shelter residence, Dawaki, stating that the payment plan is flexible for all.
You can subscribe by meeting our marketers or coming to the site. We have marketers on the site. They will tell you around, and they will give you, because we also have payment plan. They will tell you all about the buildings, all about the projects, the kind of facilities we have, and the type of payment plans we have. And bet me, the payment plans are flexible.
What you think, what you wish, what you dream, we can give you home, your office, anywhere.
At Urban Shelter Limited, we are committed to your satisfaction in terms of good housing construction, infrastructure, flexible payment plans, and that's not all. We uphold affordability, reliability, quality, and innovation. Urban Shelter, distinctive homes, prestigious offices.
Welcome back. You're watching Housing Development. Let's take an overview of the past edition of Abuja International Housing Show and give you a reason to anticipate on the next edition of the show, coming up on July 25th to 28th, 2022 at the International Conference Center, Abuja, Nigeria.
The Abuja Housing Show is an annual event that brings together many vendors and exhibitors, providing attendees the opportunity of networking. The Housing and Construction Expo ran, during which time approximately 15,000 people attended the event. Abuja Housing Show generally attracts foreign visitors to Nigeria and the host city, Abuja. There is always an influx of visitors and the opportunity to network with thousands of attendees from contractors, developers, architects, government and other construction industry professionals. Will feature over 200 local and international exhibitors and thousands of quality attendees showcasing the latest projects, development, investment and opportunities. The most highly regarded Abuja Housing Show conference and exhibitions aims to not only bring together top decision makers in the housing construction industry, but also create opportunities for the visitors to witness and experience the latest equipment, machineries, innovation of construction, interior designs and property developers. Why exhibit? Meet the right people. The event will bring together the key players in the market, providing exhibitors with valuable face time with both existing clients and potential new business partners. It is the best way to make sure you are meeting the right people for you. Exhibitions are a great way to build relationships, make sales and gather relevant leads. Face-to-face interaction allows your sales team to achieve the equivalent of 2 months of work across 3 days. Exhibitions are a great way to stand out from the crowd, build an attention-grabbing stand, have your best staff on site, conduct some effective pre-show promotions, and scrupulously follow up with the contacts you've made. Showcase your latest product and solutions. Take advantage of the high number of visitors and the various demo programs throughout the event. To showcase your latest product and build your brand awareness, appeal to all visitors looking for solutions for their major construction and infrastructure projects by introducing your latest technologies and services. Abuja Housing Show is the ideal event for any new product and technology launches.
Get ready registered today to participate at the 16th Abuja International Housing Show. Reservation of exhibition space is on first-come, first-served basis. I'll be back in a moment. Buying, selling and owning real estate, including homes, are often the most expensive transactions many individuals and households will undertake in their lives. Hundreds of thousands of nairas can be involved, attracting dishonest tricksters and scammers who may wish to take advantage of those involved. But then, who is regulating real estate developers and who is protecting the subscribers? That is one question begging for an answer. Before you engage in any real estate transaction, look before you leap. Conduct your due diligence. Thanks for keeping a date with me. Let's do this again next week, same time. To watch this episode again or previous ones, you can do that via the YouTube channel Housing TV Africa. Do well to subscribe. I remain Flora Annie, your housing diva.